Dawson's Rambles.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here. I wanted to do a little Zenkaiger discussion video on an interesting topic about the idea of it being adapted for a future Power Rangers season, which has become an interesting topic to discuss for a couple reasons. Now, I want to preface this whole video with saying anything I discuss about the Toei rumors, as of this moment, as of this recording, the rumors of the Toei split from Power Rangers is still just a rumor. It's just a thought exercise to entertain any ideas about the Toei split being true or false. So let's not lose our minds, people. I feel like fans treat this story like it's Voldemort, and if you say its name, you're gonna speak it into existence. But there's no harm in discussing the rumor for one way or the other. But if you didn't know, there's a rumor that after Ryusoulger adaptation is done, we're going to split from Toei and not be adapting Super Sentai anymore, at least not in the traditional manner. And so the reason I wanted to bring that up was because there's been a lot of people that think part of the reason Zenkaiger is so out there and different is because Toei does not have to worry about how the series will be appealing to Power Rangers anymore. And, you know, that could potentially be true. I don't think that's necessarily 100% off the table. That maybe, you know, they were probably thinking of doing something different anyway, but maybe they went full on, real different because they don't have to worry about it anymore. So that's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. But the reason I wanted to discuss it was because I think that's an interesting line of thinking for a couple reasons. So let's presume actually that the Toei split rumor is false, or they decide not to go through with it and they still work with Toei and we still do get some form of Sentai adaptations in, well, some way, shape, or form. Let's pretend that the Toei rumor is false and it's not happening and we're still going to be adapting Sentai somehow, right? So the thing is we don't have to adapt every Sentai. And so I think that's interesting that people think that, oh, they went full weird because of this, which is not necessarily impossible, but we've been skipping Sentais. We've skipped Tokyuger, we skipped Zyuohger, we skipped Kyuranger, we skipped Lupat for now. All those have been skipped, you know. So skipping has a precedent now. It used to be that we couldn't skip, but then all of a sudden, starting with Dino Charge, we've been skipping around. So if we were continuing to work with Toei, we don't have to use Zenkaiger. So I don't think that makes any difference. We could go for Kyuranger next. We could go backwards. We could go to the one after Zenkaiger. So even if the rumors are untrue or it doesn't happen, we do not have to use this series. However, I understand why people would think that there would be more of a drive and an obligation to use it because it's anniversary based, you know, for Power Rangers' own anniversary. But again, that being said, we wouldn't have to use it. So I don't necessarily think that means anything. Like I said, it's totally possible that part of the reason they decided to lean even more weird was because they don't have to worry about Power Rangers anymore. But even if they did, we don't have to use it. I can understand in some ways why people would want us to use it because the anniversary aspects, that's not my jam. I'm not an anniversary guy. But I understand that. But at the same time, we would definitely not have to use it. Now, whether it would work as a Power Rangers adaptation is another matter entirely. Like, I think it's definitely a weirder one. I think you would definitely face some challenges with it because, you know, it is a little bit more strange. It would be a little more status quo difference. I don't think it's impossible. That's another thing I wanted to bring up in this video, is ever since Power Rangers was canceled the third or second time when RPM ended, there's been always a constant discussion of this season is unadaptable because, and I don't like that. That's closed-minded thinking. I don't think any season is unadaptable if you get the right creative minds on it, both in terms of the show and the toy marketing. There's definitely ones that are a little bit more outlandish, a little bit more leaning towards Japan's culture than our own, but for the most part, I don't think any season is unadaptable. I don't think it's impossible. I think that's, like, again, I think that's closed-minded thinking. So I think it could be possible. But I thought it was interesting to discuss because, like I said, I don't think it's impossible to adapt. And even if we do continue to work with Toei, we don't have to use this series. What do you guys think? Do you think Zenkaiger could be adapted into Power Rangers? Would you want to see it be adapted into Power Rangers? Let me know in the comments as always. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell to get my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.